So, Architects released another banger out of nowhere, didn't they?
Loads of bands have released bangers out of nowhere, hence why we've had to record a bonus segment to the podcast.
So many in 48 hours, including this absolute tune. Did not see it coming. I've seen Sam talk about online how this is not anything left over from For Those That Wish to Exist. This is something completely new that they've written recently. One thing I think when we've had brief conversation, Alex, that I kind of mentioned first of all, is that it does have moments that sound very Beartooth-esque compared to the last album that they released.
Yeah, that was the first thing that struck me, is that main intro riff, but then also the breakdown, the closed hi-hat breakdown was like something straight from below. But the thing that surprised me, I was listening to an episode of The Downbeat, and I can't remember which one it was, and Craig talked about how he feels like Architects fans are so conditioned to having a really polished production sound that something that was a bit more raw would be a bit too much of a shock to the system. But I think that actually, for me, it's been quite refreshing. Like,
I think it depends how long you've been an Architects fan. Like, you've been a fan since pretty much the start, really. So you've been used to when, like, Hollow Crown kind of era, when they were, I wouldn't say they were raw, but they weren't as polished as they are now.
Yeah.
So and even to older fans, it's not anything new, I guess.
Because even little details like having the drumsticks count the song in, which is sort of unnecessary because the song then starts with only the guitar. But I feel like that's a really deliberate choice to make it feel like as raw as possible.
It might just be Dan's sense of humour as well, to be fair.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But for the song just being the song, it's got some great riffs straight away. And I love like the double time once like the vocals kick in. Once like the whole band kind of get into that verse section, the whole kind of like changing that tempo just really pushes that song forward. And then even the second verse when it comes in, there's like additional production. You can hear more electronics. It's almost like not them copying in any way, but you're seeing like how Sleeps have developed and they've put their like electronics in, and obviously both of them being friends with each other between the bands, that they might be seeing things that people are doing in this scene in particular and kind of adding that in. And I think it does add to their overall sound with that. And these verses are really short and quick, and it felt like that chorus hit so quickly and was really, really impactful.
Yeah, I think part of why the chorus sounds so amazing and hits as powerfully as you say is because of how short and intense the verses are. Like, I didn't check the time note or anything, but like the chorus comes in so quickly.
I think based on the music video,
like there's intro, verse, bam, you're already at a chorus.
It's something like 51 seconds in.
Yeah.
I remember watching it last night, because that's the other thing. I really love the music video. That kind of one shot continuously going round. It was just really, really cool and kind of, again, different. You don't see that often. Obviously, like we've seen like in the Sleeps ones, they do a lot of one shot, and they've tried doing that before with like four walls. And so again, like you're kind of getting these nice influences bouncing off of each other. But no, it's just like a really cool, different kind of video compared to just a standard performance in a way.
I think that adds to the rawness as well, though, because like when you think about the most recent thing we've had from Architects has been them with a massive fucking orchestra at Abbey Road, and then before that them playing at the Albert Hall. So for them to strip it back to just them in a circle, I think it is one shot. I think it's just like it was the best thing they could do, because I feel like there was definitely a worry in a subsection of the fans that they were going to start leaning towards like a radio rock sound.
Yeah, and create some kind of disconnect.
Yeah, and I feel like this is sort of it's hooked me way back in.
I think we mentioned on a previous podcast episode that they're not very active on social media anymore, and kind of maybe that connection to the fans is being lost. So, like you say, maybe this is kind of a way to claw some of that back.
But also with that as well, I've seen Sam and Dan tweeting with like, I don't know how to describe it. Like just tweeting like with genuine, real excitement rather than just new song 6 p.m. full stop.
Just regular
like,
band promo shit.
Yeah, regular band promo shit. It's like this is actually them just being so gassed on the song and being gassed to tour. So I can't wait to hear it live as well.
That's the I think I even saw today about them putting out like 10 days until tour. This tour that we're going to see them on very, very soon now, it's been pushed back so many times, whether it be the virus we shall not name, whether it be the birth of Dan's, I think, second kid, which congrats to him. Yeah, like this has been a tour they've wanted to do for so long. They're going back to Ali Pali, where I know we went and saw them down and at one of their biggest shows they'd kind of done at that point, and it was after they lost Tom, and it was a very, very big moment. And I think this is going to be a tour that I think is going to really help define them as top tier again. It's not like they fell off or anything, but it's that like reaffirmation of their high.
Been a while, isn't it? There's
Yeah,
been a bit of a break. Like they seem to have so much momentum, and then nothing for like a year and a half. They played some small shows more recently, but arenas is the level they're at now, and places like Ali Pali is where they're going to really shine. And this song is going to sound good with that chorus.
That chorus is going to have such a big crowd sing along. And the thing is with the production as well, that they always have amazing production. It's just going to be such a show.
Set opener?
Quite possibly.
Ooh, yes.
Quite possibly. That's a strong.
The
statement.
thing is, as well, is like when we heard the Beartooth album and there were the closed hi-hat breakdowns, it fell flat. Whereas this one, I could already see the pit at Ali Pali for that song.
I think going with that though, with the Beartooth one, they did that song after song. That was repeated. So I think like after you hear it the first song, I think it might have been on Hell of It when that came out. You're a bit like, okay, cool, something different. I like it.
It's like a signature for Beartooth, whereas for Architects, it's something they haven't really done before. So I guess that makes it a little bit more exciting.
Mixing it up.